Wallace was only a boy when Scotland began to change. Not a warrior, not a rebel, not yet the man history would remember. Just a boy standing in a firelit hall, listening while the grown men spoke in quiet, troubled voices. Outside, the night was cold and wet. Rain struck the roof. Wind pressed at the shutters. Inside, the hall was warm, but the warmth did not reach the men at the table. Then one of them spoke the words that changed everything. "The king is dead." William looked up at once. For a child, a king feels like part of the world itself, distant, powerful, and always there. But now that certainty was gone. He asked the question no one wanted to ask. How? His father answered him plainly, thrown from his horse in the dark. William looked from one face to another and asked, "Can a kingdom break because one man falls?" No one answered at first. Then one of the men said that kingdoms do not break only because kings die. They break because no one agrees on who comes next. That night, after the others had gone quiet, William sat by the fire with his mother. He asked her why the men had looked so afraid. She told him that uncertainty makes men reach. He asked, "Reach for what?" And she answered, "For power, for land, for advantage, for anything they think they can take before someone else does." William stared into the fire. The walls still stood, the roof still held, and yet the whole world already felt less steady. Then he asked her another question. Can words really change a kingdom? His mother answered carefully. Words can crown a man. Words can bind an oath. Words can open a door that swords later walk through, that stayed with him. In the days that followed, the mood spread through Scotland. At the kirk, men whispered after mass. At market, riders traded uneasy news everywhere. William heard the same thing. The king was dead. The future was uncertain, and men were already beginning to measure what might come next. One afternoon, Father Matthew, the priest, found William standing beneath the eaves watching the rain. The priest asked what troubled him. William answered honestly, "I'm trying to understand why bad news makes some men sad and other men ambitious." The priest gave a faint, grim smile. Then William asked the question that mattered most. "Will there be war?" Father Matthew looked out into the rain before answering. "Not always at once," he said. "First comes uncertainty, then claims, then pride, then men telling themselves they only want justice." William asked, "What comes after that?" The priest looked at him and said, "Boys become men very quickly." That night, William lay awake listening to the wind. A king had died in the dark, and with him, something else had begun. Not battle yet, not rebellion yet, but change. A throne had become uncertain. A kingdom had begun to tremble. And a boy named William Wallace was listening as history started to move. Please like and follow for episode 2.